Get ready for the action because Roma is surging back into the Champions League picture. We break down how the Capital Club is shaking things up, with coach Gian Piero Gasparini solidifying his position after a tough battle with Claudio Ranieri. We look at the momentum building, especially with Daniel Malin becoming a star, and see how Roma is positioning itself for a massive return to European competition.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the high-stakes drama surrounding Harry Kane and Bayern Munich. After their heartbreaking exit from the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain, Kane has unleashed a scathing critique of Bayern Munich's finishing, calling it wasteful. We explore the moments that define that match and why this exit is proving to be a painful end to the Bavarian powerhouse's treble ambitions. But wait, there's more. We analyze the ripple effect of Harry Kane's stoppage time goal and how it could dramatically alter the European performance spots. We break down the crucial points difference between the Bundesliga and La Liga and how that single goal could decide who gets that coveted extra Champions League spot for Germany. And finally, we look ahead to the ultimate clash. Arsenal is set to face Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final in Budapest. We compare the contrasting runs of both clubs, examining Arsenal's defensive resilience against PSG's relentless attacking power, and what it all means for the Premier League and League One title races leading into that massive showdown. Don't miss the full story. Roma's Champions League ambitions are reignited as they tighten the race against Juventus and AC Milan for a top-4 finish in Serie A ahead of a crucial match against Parma on Sunday. The Capital Club is firmly in contention for a return to Europe's elite competition. Following a recent heavy defeat to Inter Milan, Roma has shown significant momentum, accumulating 10 points from their last 4 matches, positioning them just 1 point behind fourth-placed Juventus, with Milan trailing by 2 points in third place. Coach Gian Piero Gasparini emphasized the need for precision, stating, "We're going well, but we know that we cannot make any mistakes if we're going to have any chance of making the Champions League. We've got 3 matches that we have to get right and hope that others don't." This resurgence comes as Gasparini has solidified his position after a period of internal tension, following his dismissal as senior advisor to the club's owners due to a public dispute with former advisor Claudio Ranieri. The Friedkin family has placed their trust in Gasparini, hoping he can restore Roma's status in European football, a competition they have not participated in since being eliminated by Porto in the 2018-2019 season. Meanwhile, AC Milan's form has significantly deteriorated under Massimiliano Allegri, who has only secured 7 points since a recent victory over Inter Milan. Despite a derby win that reopened the title race, Milan has struggled offensively, scoring only once in 5 matches and now looking increasingly vulnerable to Roma, who are also pressing on Como, which is only 3 points adrift of the top 4. Compounding Milan's woes is the season-ending injury to midfield linchpin Luka Modric, who is out for the remainder of the season with a cheekbone fracture. Roma's immediate fixtures include a derby clash against Lazio, sandwiched between matches against relegated Verona and Parma. A player to watch is Daniel Malin, who has become a key attacking force for Gasparini's side, netting 12 goals since arriving on loan from Aston Villa in January and providing vital thrust to the attack. Key fixtures for Sunday include the Parma vs. Roma match and the AC Milan vs. Atalanta clash. The competition remains fiercely contested as Roma chases a dream return to the Champions League. Harry Kane has publicly criticized Bayern Munich's finishing following their heartbreaking exit from the Champions League semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain, which ended in a 6-5 aggregate defeat. Reflecting on the disappointment, the England captain admitted the result was difficult to accept, pointing to a lack of clinical edge in the attacking third. Kane stated, "I think over the 2 games we had enough opportunities to achieve a different result, but it didn't work out. From our point of view, it was a bit wasteful in the attacking third. He added that the final opportunity did not materialize. Despite the loss, Kane achieved a personal milestone by scoring a late equalizer in added time, becoming the first player since Cristiano Ronaldo to score in 6 consecutive Champions League knockout matches. Kane also expressed frustration with the officiating, suggesting that PSG defender Nuno Mendes should have received a second yellow card in the first half. Manager Vincent Kompany echoed these sentiments, criticizing the officials' decision-making across both matches, stating that officials often lack common sense in crucial moments. While the exit is a painful end to Bayern's treble ambitions, Kane remained optimistic about the season, insisting that it should not be defined by a single result and highlighting the team's potential to win the double. With the Bundesliga title secured, the focus now shifts to the DFB Pokal final against Stuttgart. Harry Kane's stoppage-time goal for Bayern Munich on Wednesday, while a consolation in a 1-1 semi-final second-leg draw against Paris Saint-Germain, could be pivotal in determining Germany's standing for an extra Champions League spot. The draw itself has intensified the battle for the second European performance spot, EPS, with the Premier League already securing one of the 2 available places. The contest for the second spot is now fiercely contested between the Bundesliga and La Liga. Currently, La Liga holds a slight edge with a coefficient score of 21.781, while the Bundesliga trails by 0.424 points at 21.357. This margin is razor-thin, representing a win and a draw in practical terms. The critical matches are set for Thursday, involving Freiburg for Germany and Rayo Vallecano for Spain. The potential impact of Kane's goal is significant. His contribution earned Germany 0.412 points toward its coefficient score. If Freiburg defeats Braga and advances to the final, they will add 0.428 points to Germany's total. Conversely, if Rayo Vallecano loses, La Liga gains no points, potentially allowing the Bundesliga to overtake it by a negligible margin of just 0.00446 coefficient points, confirming Germany's second place. Without Kane's goal, Germany would be 0.13889 points behind Spain. Other scenarios also influence the outcome. A Rayo Vallecano victory would secure the extra place for Spain regardless of Freiburg's result, and if both teams proceed, the decision will hinge on whether Rayo Vallecano draws. In Germany, the situation for fourth place remains volatile, with Bayer Leverkusen, Stuttgart, and Hoffenheim currently tied on 58 points with 2 games remaining, meaning only one will qualify for the Champions League without the EPS. La Liga's situation appears clearer, with Real Betis positioned 5th, 6 points clear of Celta Vigo. Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain are set to clash in the Champions League final, with both clubs navigating intense domestic title races. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal secured their spot in the May 30 showpiece at the Puskás Arena in Budapest after overcoming Atletico Madrid 2-1 on aggregate in the semi-finals. Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain has also reached the final, edging past Bayern Munich 6-5 on aggregate and having previously defeated Inter Milan 5-0 in the final last season. The teams present contrasting narratives leading into the final. Arsenal has relied heavily on a resolute defense, conceding only 2 goals in the knockout stages, neither resulting from open play. In contrast, PSG has demonstrated formidable attacking prowess, scoring 8 goals against Chelsea, 6 against Bayern Munich, 5 against Monaco, and 4 against Liverpool across 2 legs. This sets up an intriguing contest in Budapest. Whether Arsenal's defense can withstand PSG's attacking firepower, or if the reigning champions, world-class forward will secure back-to-back Champions League triumphs. However, both clubs must prioritize their domestic ambitions. Arsenal is locked in a tight Premier League title race, requiring them to win their remaining 3 matches to secure the championship, irrespective of Manchester City's performance. Their immediate schedule includes a fixture against West Ham on Sunday, May 10, followed by Burnley on Monday, May 18, and Crystal Palace on Sunday, May 24. For PSG, the focus remains on the League One title. They have a window of opportunity to secure the championship, with a potential decisive match against Lens next Wednesday. Their domestic schedule includes a game against Brest on Sunday, May 10, and a final home match against Paris FC on Sunday, May 17, which precedes their 13-day preparation period for the European final. This domestic run-in could conclude before the Champions League showdown.